Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. Yeah, you all are super awesome. So today we'll be talking about something that I found really very rude, and this young man is kind of rude, and he was saying Americans are lazy. And why when he said Americans are lazy, he was talking about Black Americans. And he went further to say why he said Americans are lazy. People were not finding it funny, and people were like tagging him and asking him questions and all that. And he also went further to talk about reparation, what he thinks about reparation. And I was like, who give a shit about what you think about reparation? Anyways, with that being said, go to the screen, let me roll the clip, we'll come back to talk about it, and please let me know what you all think about this in the comment section. So straight up, let me roll the clip.
History, responsibility, and reparations. Let me explain why this discussion is utter BS, the typical mindset of a victim, utter useless, and impossible to solve. Premise, and I will say this again, the history of the world. Everybody was a conqueror and everybody was a conquered. Rome was an empire and then Rome got demolished. And wherever you go in history, even all the way back at the beginning days down in Africa, same thing. Sumeria, Syria, Babylon, everything. Greece, Rome, France. The same pattern appears everywhere. As per now, the conquerors are America, China, Russia. And the conquest, while in some degrees is still through war, through others is more economical. People buying out. The concept of reparations does not make sense, because then you have to ask yourself, how much back do I go? Because if we were to apply reparations across history, everybody would have to receive and pay reparations at one point in time. So we're simply exchanging money to ourselves. Read history, maybe you understand. Responsibility. The only responsibility that people have, I believe, is to learn history, to mitigate the risk for shit to happen again. Think about Germany. Are people my age in Germany responsible for what happened 70 years ago? They weren't even born. They have the responsibility to learn what happened, respect what happened, to avoid for it to happen again. But in terms of financial responsibility, general responsibility, they have no responsibility for over what happened. Is Italy responsible for thousands of years governing over Europe? No. Actually, on the contrary, I believe that we brought a lot of positivity. Like, I don't know, culture, history, law, stuff. But that's another historical discussion. So also in America, which I understand has a more fresh history. I understand why people are buttered to some degree, because stuff is fresh. People are still alive that went through stuff. But the best way to have a comeback as a society, especially a society that was conquered, is to work within the system and raise the community. I am an Italian in America. I take pride in that. And as somebody who's also grateful to be in America, I still think that I represent my country a lot. And I try to do the best to represent Italians the best way, to let people think that Italians are awesome. I run a business, I help people, I do stuff, lifting myself, the people around me, and my culture. That is, I believe, the best way for a specific culture to have a comeback. I could say that my country is victim of hundreds of years of regression because the church stopped progress. But no, I decided to work and go on and be of example. But who am I? Just an Italian living in America. I don't understand anything about this world, right? Most Americans are lazy. When I say most Americans my age or lower. Millennial, Gen Z, or whatever comes before. First of all, let's talk about corporate culture. You guys do the 9 to 5 thing. Of the 9 to 5, you're actually working 3 fucking hours. That is a fact. How do I know? I've done 4 years of corporate America. 90% of corporate America is do your job, do everything, and then chitty-chatty the rest of the time. That's what you do. If you say no, you're lying. Number 2, friendships. I believe that the number 1 cause of why you guys are so fucking depressed is because you have no friends. Guys, if you want to have friends, it requires some kind of effort. I had some of the strongest fights of my life with my best friends, and some of the biggest sacrifices, but we came out of it alive. If I have a problem, I have always somebody to talk to, and it's multiple people, and it's people I went through a lot of shit, and they went through a lot of shit with me. Number 3, dating. People in this country are lazy about dating. As friendships, but to a more higher level, dating requires a lot of effort. Most of you fucking guys are so focused on The gut feeling. A testa di cazzo, gut feeling is for a few months. Love starts with the compatibility, but with continuous efforts for 50 years. Most of you guys crumble after 2 months. Because, out of laziness and lack of resilience, you give up very quickly and believe that a lack of feeling in that moment results to, oh, maybe I should leave the person. So no, brutte teste di cazzo, non è così. Ever wonder why everybody is so focused on Italians being the main lovers of the world? Let an Italian tell you why Americans are lazy in love. Number 4, lack of long-term vision and sacrifice. Everybody wants to get rich tomorrow, wants to have the girlfriend today, but does not want to put the sacrifice. Again, I'm talking about my generation here, so people that are older, please do not get triggered by this. And when I say most people, I'm talking about 90% of the people. Why do I know this? Because being somebody who does real estate and actively works on his houses too, even when I tell people that real estate can make you millions over the long term, when I tell people that you gotta also put some work into it, 90% of them walk away because they mostly focus on the gurus that tell you how stuff is easy and everything can be done through people. No, you need to put some effort in it, especially in the beginning. So when I say that people here are lazy, I mean it because I see it daily. So let me ask you a question. Would you post 10 videos a day for free expecting nothing in return and providing information for 2 years straight? No, you wouldn't. Come on. Ma va a cagare.
I mean, who even made him the judge? Like, how did he get himself into this? Anyways, there are so many stitches to this video, and you know what? People think like he's making a mess of himself and all that. Stay blue, let me roll the stitches, then we'll come back to talk about this. So let's go.
To say most Americans my age or lower.
Someone in the comment section referred to, like, I don't understand why Europeans talk trash about Americans like we're not cousins. When Europeans trash talk America, it's literally like when when the dad leaves, it starts a whole new family and then trash talks the kids he left. Sir, y'all created the damn problem. Like, what are we talking about? I need a picture. This man is basing his entire opinion about Americans being lazy off of his 4 years and working in corporate America. Where exactly were you working? And I need pictures of the people you were working with. Like, what did they look like? I mean, I know you're not talking about the secretary. I just know he wasn't. So who? Who?
Most American percent of corporate America is do your job, do everything, and then chitty chatty the rest.
So as someone who had UK co-workers for a spell a few years back, I'll say this. When corporate America gets the same amount of summer holidays, bank holidays, half days off in the summer, and paternity leave policies, then we can talk about how much of our time we spend not working. Okay?
Most Americans are lazy. When I say most Americans,
So I'm going to go ahead and believe that this particular envelopian wasn't talking about the Americans that built this country for free for hundreds of years, because we not lazy at all.
was conquered is to work within the system and raise the community. I am an Italian in America.
It's like it never fails. These foreigners keep trying to tell us about our country and how we should feel about our country. It's crazy because he keeps talking about history and shit, right? When we did try to come back as a community, they just burnt it down anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. They're just gonna burn your shit down. B, you know Italians got reparations in the 1800s, right? For something that happened in America. In 1891, 11 Italian immigrants were killed in lynchings in America, and they received fucking reparations and an apology from America. So how much history do you know if you're talking about history and, oh, you're an Italian American this, you're an Italian American that, when the Italians, they got reparations, bro. Calm down.
All right, so this is actually all I got from the stitches, and like, you know, this man really, I don't know, there is something off about him, really. I am not gonna lie to you. There are so many things off about him, but I'm just gonna keep it, like, you know, trash it by the side. And thank you all for all the support. Let me know what you all think in the comment section, and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.